it's exploitation and extortion in the highest degree.
In the highest degree, it's a.
Roberta, let me direct a question. Roberta, let me direct a question to you. I know you said that you have been attacked and robbed of money and so forth and so on.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of running out of time. We're going into the last half hour. But tell us quickly what Scientology has done to you directly over the last 5 years of your life.
Oh my gosh! Well, they've stalked me. They do what they call relay chasing. They put $250,000 in credit. They tried to. I got to take a credit card debt in my name. They electronically cleaned out my bank account. It's identity theft. Scientology thinks they own me. They are me. That's why they told me I don't exist. And they've manipulated me. I can, to go into all the details it would take forever, and I'd have to explain each one. But when you're as involved as I was with my family, by the time they victimized me, they knew everything about me.
David, let me ask you a question. Now, what you just heard from Roberta, if that's something, would that be a standard operating procedure on somebody that comes out against Scientology? And
absolutely. They start building a dossier file on you right away, and look at all your what they call crimes. They will interview your associates, your family, with investigators, and they won't even know they're being investigated, and they just want to get every little tiny tidbit together that they can use against you and your credibility. And they turn around and start harassing you. I mean, as soon as I left, they posted right on my Facebook wall that I was an enemy. And
right. And were you a drug addict or a pedophile?
I was threatened in text messages to come back and do epic cycles and go into a lower condition. Well, I knew better than that because I was held in a room physically and was not allowed to leave on one occasion, and the memories from that was pretty devastating.
So, all right. So now, a username Google Bump in the chat room is saying some amazing things in the chat room as well. Celebrities. One thing she's saying is celebrities cannot leave because they allegedly have stuff.
I said that's what cult members told me. I don't know that for sure.
No. But that's what we have a comment in the chat room.
No, someone in the chat room.
They shield the celebrities from the black PR is what they do.
Right, I think so. They treat them like kings, because they need them so badly. But, cult members have told me that they do blackmail them. I had a cult member tell me that, they really felt that they did away with Michael Jackson. They surrounded him all the time. They fed his pedophilia because these were pedophiles that started this, and then they did away with him. All his estate is now in the Church of Scientology, and it must be considerable.
So Michael Jackson was a Scientologist?
Yes. You didn't know that?
Is that true, David? Do you know that for a fact?
No.
Yeah.
Hello?
He married Lisa Marie, remember? And he was involved with them his whole life. In fact, towards the end, nobody could be around him but church members.
All right, David.
Okay, hold on, Roberta. Let David talk.
I don't know. I believe Michael Jackson was a Mormon, but I'm not sure if he was into Scientology or not. I have to be honest, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know what his.
But this thing where they have files on you, when you go through the auditing, they write everything down, and even in the Narconon rehab, they write everything down. And when you do leave, they hold it against you. In fact, I got a letter from their lawyer, Hanan and Blakey, who came right out and said, you painted such a good picture, and the stuff you said and they wrote down about you will basically be used against you as a credibility. Well, a lot of these success stories you write, you have to write them, or you don't move forward. So, I mean, it's a coercive process of having you write success stories to point how great and wonderful they are when it's really the opposite. But you do become indoctrinated into it, and you kind of are in like what's called the syndrome,
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome, yes.
Right.
Yeah, Stockholm syndrome. And that plays a role in it, too.
So
of course.
All these celebrities then can't leave because they take care of bad PR for them, and of course then you're stating that they have stuff on them, some files on them. So, I mean, but clearly, I mean, if you're spending $3 million for them to extract some, I don't know, demon out of you or Satan out of you, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you got, you got to. Now, I know that one time, Cruz's wife, there was one time on a picture that they had where one of her hands were quite blue. And allegedly, the report was that she had just got through a cleansing or something, and I guess that's what you're talking about. Is that common?
Is it common?
Yes, I mean, because I don't know the process. So there was I forgot, I don't know if it was in Times or there was some picture of Tom Cruise's wife. Her hand was rather blue. Very blue, actually, and the article was questioning whether or not she just got through the cleansing or this $3 million process that you're talking about. So I'm just kind of curious.
No, I didn't say 3 million. 300,000 to 500,000, and it can go higher than that. I'm sure the celebrities pay more than that. But you know, Scientology has a wonderful way of feeding these actors' egos and building and puffing them out too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. They do the same thing to me. They buttered me up for a while. But I'm not sure that the celebrities actually know much about the criminal organization. I mean, those are their stars, you know. If they do, I can't believe that they would try to get away. How did you get away? How did you get away?
I was picked up from somebody from the who worked for the federal government, and I left about 6 o'clock at night when one of the executives was getting their hair done, and I was stowed away in a motel for 2 days. No, I didn't just walk out. I had I escaped basically, and I had to hide out in a motel for 2 days, and then I ended up in the hospital for 2 days, and then another 10 days getting deprogrammed in a crisis center.
Let me ask you a question. When I was talking to Roberta a couple of days ago when we first started conversing back and forth, she told me that she thought that this show, and in particular James and myself, would be attacked for just having her on, and we would find ourselves in a similar situation that she finds herself in. Do you think any of that is a possibility, or is that just Roberta's view?
It's possible. I don't know.
No, wait.
I think by talking about it, we diffuse it somewhat, because if you announce that you might be bothered by these people, it kind of lets the air out of their balloons, so to speak. Like right before you had callers come on, I was going to suggest they're going to have some cult members call and tell me I'm crazy and stuff. It was really pretty mild. I was surprised. It diffuses it. The more you come out, the more it becomes diffused. Anybody listening to us can tell you that this gentleman and I are telling what we believe to be the truth, and we're reasonable people. And, you know, when you come on and just attack somebody whenever you can, nobody wants to listen to Roberta, but Roberta's on the show, you know what I mean? It's just nonsense. I'm glad you got out. Congratulations.
Well, every critic is attacked who speaks anything out against Scientology. Absolutely. I mean,
absolutely.
They come right back at you and start naming off your crimes or digging up to find them.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Now, you say it's a possibility that Bobby and I may be bothered or issued because having this show. And I'm just kind of curious, what exactly do you think could happen or up on the sleeves of the Scientologists?
I have no idea. I really don't. Trying to figure out what they're going to do next in my case is a big enough ordeal.
Yeah.
I really don't know. You know, if or what they may do. I don't know.
Okay, well, anyway, we are allowed to talk about it, and we will. And
absolutely.
So, it's very interesting. I mean, both your stories are just pretty phenomenal. And I tell you what, my gosh, the things that you guys are saying are stunning. And David, I assume that you went through that process. I think someone in the chat room actually gave the word. And again, it's purification rundown. Yeah, that's what it is.
The sauna purification rundown. That's right. Very dangerous process.
Did you go through it?
Yes, I did.
Can you tell us what happened? What happened?
What happened? When I was there, there was one fellow that they did not give their insulin to, and he was rushed to the hospital, and he was in the hospital for 2 or 3 days, and he nearly died had the doctors not been there to save his life. My other friend, his stomach started to be in severe pain, and they sent him to his room for the day, and he moaned and gasped in pain all day until he finally took him to the hospital, and he spent the whole day there. I myself went in, was allowed to go in with high liver enzymes, and the niacin vitamin that they give you can go right up to 5,000 milligrams. I went up to 2,600 milligrams, and I was in severe pain.
That's very
and I have liver damage from it. There's a lady in Quebec here who just died after going through the sauna progress, the sauna purification rundown. Of course, to point it and nail it down that it was due absolutely and only to the sauna program is pretty difficult when you get into medical things in court. But I mean, she had thyroid problems and liver problems before she went in, so she should never ever have gone in there and taken those high doses of niacin, because it is severely affects the liver.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Besides the vitamins, do they make you fast and give you a bunch of water?
No, they don't make you fast. They give you a lot of vitamins, oils, and you have to do exercise to get the niacin running through your bloodstream.
Wow.
But no, you don't fast. In fact, they bring fruit down and whatnot. No, you don't fast, no.
Wow.
They're experimenting on these people. They're like Nazis. I'm telling you, they're nuts, a lot of them, too.
Well, what they're doing is practicing medicine without a license, because they are monitoring you. They're prescribing vitamins and other concoctions, and then they are diagnosing your symptoms from that, and basically they're practicing medicine without a license.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. Well, you know, again, these are all questions we're learning. And David, I want to thank you so much for your willingness to come on and talk to us about.
Thank you.
Your inside information, because what you've shared with us is very insightful. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, David, I want to thank you.
With the lawsuit.
David, yeah, I want to thank you for coming on. I think you said you had a lawsuit going up in Canada, and we wish you the best of luck with that. And once again, thanks for coming on. If you want to come on in the future and discuss Scientology and your take on it all by yourself, we would love to have you on. But we're glad you called in and kind of put things in perspective tonight.
Well, thank you very much, and I have to give a lot of kudos to our Senator Celine Piet. We visited her office about a month ago and left her with 1,000 pages of documents, and now she's moving forward and wants the government of Quebec and Canada to investigate them and revoke their charitable status, and I think we're going to have it done.
Wow.
Well, good luck with that. We hope everything turns out well for you all.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure being on the show. Thank you for the invite, and have a good evening.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.